Good morning, everyone on Facebook. This is Megan Rogers with Indiana SHIP. I am the volunteer supervisor for Northern Indiana, and I'm one of your co-hostesses for our regular monthly Facebook Lives and What to Know Wednesday. And we have a very special live for you all today. While we're staying dry in our homes and maybe in our PJs with coffee and or tea, we have sent Susan Spilly out to the Indiana State Fair this morning. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning, Megan. Good morning, everyone. I do hope you're all staying dry and warm. It's a little cool out today, which is really the perfect weather to enjoy the Indiana State Fair. And I am in the Family Arts Building, or I should say the Indiana Arts Building, formerly known as the Home and Family Arts Building, and then the Arts Building, and now it's the Indiana Arts Building. And as its title describes, users of all abilities and crafts and paintings and photography and baking, cooking, all kinds of creative arts are displayed here. So I am going to show you a couple of those. So come on along. I first want to show you the star of the building. No, I'm just kidding. Is our chip booth. So they graciously give us space every year so we can connect with people visiting the state fair who have questions about Medicare. As you all know, we do a lot of outreach because we kind of are like the local Medicare office. So we like to be a traveling local Medicare office. And we get so many questions about Medicare, and people are grateful that they can connect with somebody in person at an event. So I'm going to turn my camera around. I just want to show you a few things in this building. This building is also frequently referred to as the quilt building because they display all these incredibly done quilts. Goes all the way around. Some are new quilts, and then they have an entire display of antique quilts. And they are just incredible. And someone who doesn't have a creative or needle skilled bone in her body, I can just look at these all day long and marvel at them. Here are some of the antique quilts in these displays. Beautiful work. Here. And then over here we have needle arts and sewing. And just for a second, check out these display cases. These I think they go way farther back. I think they're Art Deco. They're not even MCM, they're Art Deco. And they still have kept them in the building, and they're just beautiful, and they display the needlework so wonderfully. All kinds of sewing things, and people have sewn, people have needle pointed, and all of the other versions of needlepoint that I don't know the names of. We have our Central Indiana leather crafters always here. They're our good buddies. They're usually coming down and get pens from us every day. You can make your own leather necklace, and they can show you how to do leather work.
Oh, that's cool.
Here we have some, yeah. Oh, the kids, kids of all ages love that. Here's some displays of some antique clothing items.
Oh, wow.
And they're judged just like all the other entries are, where people can win ribbons. So people probably maybe found these in their attics or have been things that have been handed down from their relatives they might enter. More needle crafts over here. I hope I'm not making you all dizzy. And of course, being the 250th anniversary of our country, we have quite an array of red, white, and blue patriotic themed items. Today is also Veterans Day at the Indiana State Fair, where veterans can get in for free. And I just recently spoke with a veteran and his wife who said he even got free parking. I don't think that's part of the deal, but it was his lucky day. Now, this display as you come in does show a representation of all the things that you can find here. So there's the quilting and needlework. And these are all the Best of Show winners. Check out the baking. My goodness, it doesn't even look real. And baseball is the theme of the state fair this year, so we're seeing some of that along with the red, white, and blue patriotic theme. Photography is a big part of this building. There's an entire floor of photographs that people take and enter. And then here's our crafts, a beautiful centerpiece. And then paintings. We also have an entire floor of paintings that people do and display. You can even shop. You can spend your money in this building. There's a Maker's Mart, which has all kinds of handcrafted items in it. Here's our booth again. I don't know if you can hear the beautiful piano music that we've been able to enjoy since 9 o'clock this morning. There's usually somebody playing the piano down in the arts area. You can see all of we've got some woodwork. And all of this entire floor is people's paintings displayed. Also on the third floor, there are some antique items. I know my neighbor Julie won 2 first places for her antique perfume bottles. She posted those on Facebook, so I know they're here somewhere. And speaking of painting, you can get your face painted by our friends across the way at the face painting booth for $10. They do an amazing job. I see kids walking around all the time with looking like lions, tigers, bears, princesses, unicorns, you name it, they can do it. Also, a fairly new thing for this building is tablescaping. I don't know if anybody's heard of tablescaping, but it is kind of a thing these days where people bring out all of their best ideas and creativity and dinnerware, flatware, crystal or goblets, and just create these beautiful tables that you'd hardly want to eat and get messed up. And these are judged just like all the other arts entries. Here we have antiques, which is really one of my favorite parts of the things to look at in this building. Sorry, I'm flipping it around. All the antique things that people can enter and win. There's old Larry. There's some really old stuff. There's some really incredible things that people are proud enough to keep and maintain and enter and let everyone enjoy seeing them. Okay, you can see some tables and chairs some chairs set up with a mini stage. There's lots of things that are going on in this building throughout the fair, contests, presentations, things like this. Years ago, we used to do Medicare bingo right here in this building, which was pretty fun, and people won prizes. And this is an air-conditioned building, so it is a great place to stop, check out the nice stuff, admire everyone's handiwork, and pick up some information about Medicare. Now, I would take you up to the second and third floor and go down to the basement, but that would be a lot of steps. So I think I'm just going to conclude with a shot of our ship table before I spin us around.
Thank you, Susan. That was a wonderful tour of the building at the State Fair. And you taught me something new. I hadn't heard or seen tablescaping before.
It's a thing.
I may have to try that at my house and see what my husband thinks of that. He may not
He'll
be
say,
pleased.
"Who's coming for dinner?"
Exactly.
And who's going to wash all these dishes? But you can just do
Exactly.
it for yourself, Megan.
There we go. I can do that. You can come over, Susan, and take a field trip up here, and we'll dine.
I would love that. I
Okay.
will ooh and ah over your tablescape.
Oh, well, thank you for the tour again. It was wonderful. I am going to wrap us up with what is coming up next. So, next Thursday, Susan and I will be back on the 20th, and we will have a special guest, Kit, who is a long-term care ombudsman. And you're going to learn what an ombudsman does and what it means and how they can help Indiana residents when they're in an assisted living or nursing home. So a very good Facebook Live to join us with for our lunch and learn. So it's at 12 p.m. Eastern. And then we're going to wrap up the month on the 24th with Juan Manuel. He is going to be with us to educate us on preventative services in Spanish. So those are the two exciting lives that we have coming up in August. Thank you everyone for joining in, and we will see you next Thursday.